guys, what's up? I'm Mark and welcome to Epic Confections. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell notification for new epic videos every single week. This week, let's jump on this sugar sheet trend. Sugar sheet. Yes, sugar sheet. Say that 3 times fast. Sugar sheet, sugar sheet, sugar sheet. I did it. So essentially what a sugar sheet is just what it sounds like. A sheet of sugar that you mix with a little bit of glucose syrup, let it harden, and you wrap it around your cake. There's so many different ways you can do this. Let's get started.
Hi Mark, this is Erica from Chicago, Illinois. You're watching Epic Confections. Let's do it!
So to start, I just have here some parchment paper, 2 pieces of parchment paper that are roughly the same size. I'm just going to tape one of them to my table so it doesn't roll up like that. This cake I'm going to be using 3 7-inch round white cakes, but what I want to do is make sure that this parchment paper is long enough so that when I spread out my sugar, it's going to wrap around my entire cake. So I'm just taking my cake and I'm just kind of rolling it to see if it will definitely fit, and it will, so that's good. All right, let's make some sugar sheets. Okay, so I know this looks like a lot, but let me explain. Okay, so to start, I am starting out with a large amount of plain white coarse sugar. I'm choosing coarse sugar because it has this amazing shine to it. Regular granulated sugar, yes, it definitely has a shine, but this is more shiny, and I'm attracted to shiny objects. This makes me happy. Here I have 6 different colors of coarse sugar. Greens and yellows, blue, purple, orange, and red. As you may have guessed, we're going to be doing a rainbow-inspired sugar sheet technique. I also have here some glucose syrup. I did pick this up at my local bulk store. I have a bowl to mix my white sugar in, and I have a measuring cup here, which is 3/4 cup or 180 milliliters. So just keep in mind, for every 3/4 cup, you're going to be using a tablespoon of glucose syrup. So in my bowl, I just put 4 3/4 cups into that bowl, which means we're going to be using 4 tablespoons of glucose syrup. This stuff is brutal. It doesn't want to come out. I've never worked with this stuff in my life. It is crazy thick and goopy. 2 more, we can do it. See, now at this point I'm just putting like heaping amounts of glucose syrup. Just gonna start mixing it up here. I have a little spoon. I'm assuming this is gonna take some time. I want to get my hands in there, but I'm scared. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna run my tap behind me in case I have to wash off my hands. Use your hands. It's so much easier. So much freaking easier. So I just set that bowl of my white mixture aside. We're gonna work on these colors next. Now these measurements are not the same. I just kind of went to the bulk store and just loaded up some bags. So I'm just gonna put a teaspoon of glucose syrup in each one of my colors. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I probably should tell you to do your parchment paper after you're done mixing your sugar. Anyways, this is nice and cleaned off now. So I'm just taking my white sugar that we already mixed up with the glucose syrup and just putting it right onto my parchment paper. I'm just taking an offset spatula and I'm just kind of spreading it out as best as I can, trying to keep in mind the height of the cake I'm going to be making. So just placing sorry. So just placing this parchment paper right on top, taking my rolling pin. I'm gonna start off really gentle because I've never done this before. A lot of the tutorials that you see are using silicone mats. I don't have a silicone mat, so I'm using parchment paper. We're gonna see how it works. What I'm doing is just kind of holding the parchment paper down with my hand and using my other hand to roll it out. Okay, so I'm gonna take off this top parchment paper gingerly. That's gorgeous. So next we're going to be applying some of those colors that we mixed up. I think I'm just going to randomly apply them to what is going to be the base of the cake or the base of the sugar sheet. And we're going to see what happens. And again, we're just going to be putting that parchment paper right over top of that sugar. Just using one hand holding the parchment paper down and using my other to spread out that sugar. Okay, so it has been 4 hours. And my sugar sheet is nice and pliable. It's over here chilling. But we're gonna start on our cake. So here I have 3 7-inch round white cakes. We're just gonna level them out, fill them with a plain white buttercream, stack it up, give it a nice crumb coat, and then we're gonna stick this sugar sheet on. Let's do it. Okay, so I just finished cutting, stacking, and crumb coating my 7-inch round white cake. You'll want to decide what is the top and what is the bottom. I'm going to have the color on the top because I'm going to be doing a watercolor drip effect as well. So this is the bottom here. You want to cut that up nice and level. So I'm very carefully going to attempt to take this sugar sheet off of the parchment paper and then quickly apply it to the outside of my cake. Wish me luck. Next, I'm going to be painting this raw edge just on the top gold. So I just have some gold luster dust in a bowl and some vodka mixed together. So next I have the 6 colors of the rainbow, or the 6 colors that I'm using here. And I just watered them down with a little bit of water. And next I'm going to go ahead and just take my paintbrush, and underneath the color, I'm just gonna allow some color to kind of drip down. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue doing that for all the colors. So here it is, guys. Here is the sugar sheet technique. I love the way this turned out. My recommendation is I went a little too tall on my sugar sheet, which I'm finding now it's starting to move a little bit because I did start using it at 4 hours. It was supposed to be left for 5. But go a little bit shorter so that it doesn't start to bubble. But really, really cool technique. I'm loving it. Thank you so much to Mariposa Market for sponsoring this video, and I will see all of y'all next week. Mwah!